Hello guys, welcome to my channel, that is Receptor, and from now onwards I'm going to start a new video that will be based upon boilers and the classification and different types of boilers that we have. And I'm starting with the first boiler, that is Babcock and Wilcox boiler. Clear? So first of all, in the last video I discussed about the classification part of the boiler. So there are a lot of ways of classifying the boiler. First is a classification depending upon the content in the tube. Clear? So we have two types of boiler in that. We have water tube boilers and we have fire tube boilers. So obviously, if the content in the tube is water, we are going to call it water tube boiler. तो आपका जो वेबको एंड विल्को बॉयलर है, it is one of the types of what? It is one of the types of water tube boiler. इसका मीनिंग ये हुआ कि इस बॉयलर में ट्यूब के अंदर क्या रहेगा? वाटर रहेगा, and out of the tube we are going to have the flue gases. Clear? Second is the classification depending upon its axis position, whether it is vertical or horizontal. So as you guys can see, this entire cylinder or the drum that we are having is placed horizontally. So it is a horizontal tube boiler. It is a horizontal tube boiler. Horizontal tube boiler. Next is the classification depending upon whether they are internally fired or they are externally fired. So all of you know that all the water tube boilers, all the basically the water tube boilers, they are fired externally, and all the fire tube boilers, they are fired internally. Clear? So this is going to be fired externally. Fired externally, since it is a water tube boiler. Next is whether the circulation of water is natural or forced. So obviously in this boiler, as we can see, जो water का flow है वो naturally हो रहा है, circulation जो हो रही naturally हो रही है. We are not using any pump to forcefully do it, so we can say it is natural circulation of the water. So it is a natural circulation pump boiler. It is a natural circulation type of boiler here, and it is a stationary boiler. It is a stationary boiler. It means इसका हम यूज इंडस्ट्रीज में करते हैं या पावर प्लांट्स में करते हैं. क्लियर? जहाँ किसी वन प्लेस टू अनदर मूव नहीं कर रहा है. सो इट इज अ स्टेशनरी बॉयलर. So these are some common points which very important to start with about the Babcock and Wilcox boiler. Second is the different type of accessories and the mountings that we are using in this boiler. So if I talk about the boiler mountings, as all of you know कि जो boiler mountings है वो हम क्यों यूज करते हैं boilers में? That is for the safe working of the functioning of the boiler and for the safety point of view. जो हमारा वर्क है वो सेफली वर्क करे, so that we use boiler mountings. And the boiler mountings which we are using in this boiler is going to be, first is the safety valve that we are having. This is a safety valve. So safety valve is basically used in the boiler to remove or release the excessive pressure from the boiler when the pressure in the boiler goes beyond unsafe limit. Second is the pressure gauge. As you guys can see, this is the pressure gauge. So pressure gauge is basically used to do what? It is used to measure the pressure of the steam inside the boiler and show it to the observer that will be placed outside the boiler. Third is the water level indicator. Water level indicator. So water level indicators are basically used to show the level of the water inside the boiler to the observer. We have to make sure that the level of water is maintained at a safe level always in the boiler. So for that, we're using a water level indicator. And the fourth point, the fourth boiler mounting, as you guys can see, is called feed check valve. It is feed check valve. So feed check valve is basically used in this boiler to regulate the flow of water into the drum. Okay. And last one is called stop valve, which is also known as steam stop valve. So this steam stop valve is used in the boiler to do what? It regulates the flow of steam from the boiler to the main steam pipe wherever it is desired. So these are the boiler mounting which are used in this boiler, and they are specifically used for the safety point of view. Okay. And next is the boiler accessories. boiler accessories. Boiler accessories. As all of you know that since it is accessory, it is not always an essential part of it. Accessories can be used by the person who is selecting the boiler. If he need it, he will install it. Otherwise, there is no necessity for that. In this boiler, Babcock and Wilcox boiler, we always use an accessory that is called superheater. ओके, सुपर हीटर जो है वो वन ऑफ द एक्सेसरीज है जो हम यूज करते हैं यहाँ पे, एंड इट इज ऑलवेज यूज टू डू व्हाट, जितनी भी एक्सेसरीज है हम क्यों यूज करते हैं, दे आर यूज टू इंक्रीज और इम्प्रूव द एफिशिएंसी ऑफ द बॉयलर, increase efficiency of the boiler. So this is the main use of the boiler accessories that we have. Okay, so talking about the working part of it, now I will discuss the working part, how it actually work. So next will be the working part of it. Okay, so talking about the working part of it, this is the fire door that we have. Fire door जो आपके पास होता है, it is just used for what? Fire door is basically used for the inspection purpose. From here initially, clear, it is used for the inspection. At the same time, जब आप इनिशियली फ्यूल को बर्न करना स्टार्ट करोगे, क्लियर, तो इनिशियल जब स्पार्क दोगे वो आप कहाँ से दोगे? विद द हेल्प ऑफ फायर डोर. दिस इज अ ग्रेट, एज यू गाइस कैन सी ग्रेट. ग्रेट क्या होता है? ग्रेट इज दैट पोर्शन ऑफ द फर्नेस over which the fuel is placed. Clear? So grate basically is a surface over which we are going to place fuel for the burning. Clear? Fuel is placed and burned over the grate. Okay. So after the burning of the grate, or the burning of the fuel in the grate, we are supplying this flue gases in this direction. As you guys can see, this is the path that our flue gases are flowing when they are passing over the tubes. Okay, so they are basically flowing in a curved path. Why it is basically done in this boiler? It is basically done to make sure that the maximum amount of heat जो है flue gases की, it is supplied to the water tubes that we are having. These inclined tubes, these are our water tubes. Clear? तो उनको हर जगह पे वो टच करे properly. So for that we are using the boilers. Okay, तो जब वो पास करेगा यहाँ से, वो फ्लो करेगा from this boiler. So we are using it with the help of baffle plates. तो एक टर्म मैं यूज कर रहा हूँ baffle plate, यहाँ पे जो लिखा भी हुआ है आपको विजिबल होगा यहाँ पे. These are baffle plates. तो जो baffle plates होती हैं, इनका यूज क्या होता है? They are just used to guide the flue gases. They are used to guide the flue gases. That's it. They are used to guide the flue gases over the water tubes that we are having. Clear? So these are known as baffle plates. Next is angle of the tubes. So these tubes which are basically shown to you, इनका जो angle होता है tubes का, they are basically inclined at an angle of 5 degree to 15 degree. Clear? This is the angle with which the tubes are inclined. Okay. So now in this we have two headers. This is called my uptake header, as you guys can see, and this is called my downtake header. Now what is the difference between the uptake header and the downtake header? Uptake header जो है, it is connected to the main drum by a small pipe. As you guys can see, this is a pipe, and downtake header is also connected to the main drum by a long pipe. This is a long pipe, as you guys can see. Clear? Now, why we are using these both uptake and downtake headers? In the tubes we have water. So when the flue gases will pass through them, they will produce steam. Clear? Now, how the water will be circulated? As I told you, इसमें circulation कौन सी हो रही है? We have a natural circulation. So it means जब आपका वाटर जो है इसमें गर्म होगा, तो इनिशियली गर्म स्टार्टिंग में कहाँ पे होगा, वो जो ट्यूब्स का पोर्शन अपटेक हेडर के पास है, यहाँ पे आपकी फ्लू गैसेस पहले आ रही हैं, तो ये वाटर को गर्म करेगा, वाटर गर्म होगा, लाइट हो जाएगा, उसकी डेंसिटी कम हो जाएगी, क्लियर, बॉइल करेगा और स्टीम में कन्वर्ट होके वो थ्रू द अपटेक हेडर एंटर करेगा कहाँ पे, इनटू द ड्रम. सो बिकॉज ऑफ द डेंसिटी डिफरेंस इट इज फ्लोइंग, यहाँ पे जो वाटर है उसकी डेंसिटी ज्यादा है इनिशियली, तो यहाँ से आपका जो वाटर है वो फ्लो करके कहाँ पे आएगा, इन द डाउन टेक हेडर थ्रू दिस पाइप, लाइक दिस. तो इतना का फ्लो बन गया है, करंट बन गया है कि अपटेक हेडर से स्टीम बन के ऊपर जा रही है और डाउन टेक हेडर के थ्रू जो वाटर है वो कहाँ पे आ रहा है, इन ट्यूब्स में फिल करने के लिए. सो एक प्रोसेस बन जाएगा और जो ऑटोमेटिकली रन करेगा नेचुरली, तो उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, इट इज बेसिकली हैविंग अ नेचुरल सर्कुलेशन. द फ्लो ऑफ वाटर इज ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ द डेंसिटी डिफरेंस नेचुरली. ओके. सो आपकी जो स्टीम है, ये जो आपका स्पेस खाली है ऊपर जहां पे आपको दिख रहा होगा, दिस एंटायर स्टीम, entire portion will be filled up with the steam. So after that, we are using a pipe that is called anti-priming pipe. This is the anti-priming pipe. Anti-priming pipe, why we use it? It is basically used to separate water and steam. It will make sure कि जो anti-priming pipe के through steam जाएगी आगे, सिर्फ steam ही आए, वाटर जो है वहां से पास ना करे, तो उनको सेपरेट करने के लिए इसको हम यूज करते हैं. Clear? So from the anti-priming pipe, we are sending it to the superheater. तो यहाँ पे आपको दिख रहा होगा, we have a superheater tube. This is superheater tube. ये superheater का header है, ये उसकी ट्यूब है. So we are going to have multiple tubes in it. यहाँ पे से आपको एक ट्यूब शो कर रहा है वो. वैसे यहाँ पे हमारे पास मल्टीपल ट्यूब्स होंगी. तो सुपरहीटर करता क्या है? What is the use of superheater? Superheater will increase the temperature of the saturated steam. Increase temperature of saturated steam. तो जब वो सैचुरेटेड स्टीम के टेम्परेचर को इंक्रीज करेगा, उसकी जो क्वालिटी स्टीम की वो बेटर हो जाएगी. आफ्टर दैट इट विल पास फ्रॉम द एंटायर प्राइमिंग पाइप इन दिस वे, विल पास थ्रू द ट्यूब. जो यहाँ की फ्लू गैसेज हैं वो सैचुरेटेड ट्यूब्स की ट्यूब को टच करेंगी, उसके आउटर सरफेस को. अंदर स्टीम है, बाहर क्या फ्लू गैसेज हैं, तो फ्लू गैसेज की हीट्स के जो टेम्परेचर है इंक्रीज कर जाएगा. एंड फाइनली इट कम्स आउट over here at the steam stop valve, and from the steam stop valve it can be supplied to anywhere जहाँ पे required है. For example, अगर उसको हम steam engine में use कर रहे हैं, then we can supply it to the engine. तो power plant anywhere जहाँ पे हम उसको use कर रहे हैं. This is how basically it will work. जो बाकी आप देख रहे हो सारी के सारी portions, for example this one, this is nothing what, it is just a pressure gauge जो कि बॉयलर माउंटिंग है आपके पास. वाटर लेवल इंडिकेटर इज आल्सो ए बॉयलर माउंटिंग, indicate the level of water. Feed check valve is also a boiler mounting, as you guys can see. Safety valve is also a boiler mounting, and the superheater basically is a accessory. Clear? ये आपको दो डोर्स दिखे हुए हैं यहाँ पे. डोर्स आर बेसिकली देयर टू मैन्युअली एंटर इन इट, क्लियर, क्लीनिंग करने के लिए. And this is a mud collector over here at the bottom portion. तो डाउन टेक हेडर के बिल्कुल टॉप डाउन पोर्शन पे हमने कलेक्टर लगा रखा है, क्योंकि इनिशियली क्योंकि यही सबसे डाउन पोजीशन है, तो जो आपके डस्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं वो अल्टीमेटली यहीं पे आके कलेक्ट होंगे, तो वहीं पे हमने लगा रखा है मड कलेक्टर. फ्रॉम द ब्लो ऑफ कोक हम मड कलेक्टर से जो आपके पास डस्ट पार्टिकल्स हैं, जो स्केल है, उसको वहां से बाहर निकाल देंगे. क्लियर? सो दिस इज द मड कलेक्टर दैट वी आर यूजिंग. So this is how a simple Babcock and Wilcox boiler basically work. And the name Babcock and Wilcox basically जो है is based upon a company that is B&W. Babcock and Wilcox दो फ्रेंड्स थे जिन लोगों ने इस कंपनी को ओपन करा था, that is B&W कंपनी. और इन दोनों के नाम पे ही एक बॉयलर था जो इन्वेंट करा गया, जिसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, Babcock and Wilcox. And they are the first company जिन लोगों ने वाटर ट्यूब बॉयलर्स का पेटेंट करवाया था फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम. क्लियर? एंड वर्ल्ड वॉर 2 में यूएस नेवी में जितनी भी मरीन्स थी, उनके जो बॉयलर्स थे, all of them were made by the V&W company. Clear? So V&W or the Webco and Wilco are a very established name in the steam in the field of boilers. Clear? So thank you very much for today. If you like the video, please share the video with your friends and please subscribe my channel, that is Mechanoreceptor. Need your support, so please subscribe. Thank you very much.